That's true. That right. She sippin' one wet and yeah, I swear get her wetter. My Louboutins news on my bottom say it's red.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jasmine back again with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video, the video that you guys have been dying to see. Sorry it took so long. I'm gonna explain everything. But I'm going to be doing a highly requested video that you guys have been dying to see. The time, the story time that, I got caught up by the police. I got chased in a park. I was acting wild. So here you guys go. I want to say thank you guys. We've reached over 1,000 subscribers. Very excited to see what the future brings. I was nervous because I'm like, I haven't been posting. People not go subscribe to me, but you guys were still subscribing. You guys were still liking this. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that subscribed. I'm going to be uploading much more now. I was dealing with a little situation, but I'm back now. So, we can start back. Oh, I look cute today. If y'all see the bottom, I look cute. Anyway, so I don't want to make this video too long. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. If you're old, hello. Don't mind my ponytail, y'all. I've been through a lot today. So, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. So, without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Guys, so this happened back in the summer of 17, I think. Wait, okay, I was 17. I'm always a year behind a year, so that's how I know when stuff happened. I was 16, so this was that summer. And guys, like, y'all know how I had this boyfriend that I was crazy over. So this was like July 1st. I got dropped off over my grandmother's house. And I was basically like, okay, I need to see this boy. I need to see him. I need to get to him fast because it's the summertime. I know how he looked, and there was a lot of girls that wanted him. And I wasn't finna let that happen. You think I was gonna be somewhere 45 minutes away and he was gonna be out downtown? No, that was not gonna happen. So I decided to pack up all my stuff and take it to my grandma's house. Now, it was only one problem about that, y'all. Y'all got that grandma with, like, she want to know everything. Like, she want to know where you at, who you with, what's the license plate number, what's their social security number. Like, she wanted it all. And it was just, like, so embarrassing to the point where I didn't want to go nowhere when I was with her because she always would want to know. And so, teenagers been teenagers. I was trying to find a way to sneak and, past that. So I ended up just staying at her house for the summer, even though I knew that. And I was like, okay, maybe she'll let me go outside one day. I just said I'm going downtown. But when I got there, y'all, she was gone. And when I tell y'all, like, a light bulb popped up in my head, like, it was, y'all, I was so happy because it was like, I know me and my grandpa is tight. So I know my grandpa gonna let me go places that my granny wouldn't. Like, my grandpa not gonna ask too many questions. So like I said, it was July 1st. I went over to my grandma's house. My grandma was not there. It was just my grandpa. So I ended up texting my boyfriend, and I was like, you want to meet up, want to hang out tomorrow. The 4th of July was coming, so I was basically like, let's go to the mall and get an outfit. That's when I cared about having outfits for holidays. You know how that be going. So I had, I went over there. So when I ended up texting him, like, let's hang out. He responded. He said, okay, where you want to go? And I was like, the mall. Now, another light bulb went up in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. My grandpa is going to have to go to work early in the morning, and my grandma's not going to be here. So why don't I invite him over? Because, I was trying to spend as much time possible before my grandma got home. So I text him again. I'm like, hey, you want to come over and chill before we go out? He was like, yeah, who gonna be there? He didn't mind if people was there. He haven't met my family yet. Red flag. But, he didn't mind if somebody was over there. And I was like, no, it's just gonna be me in the house. I was trying to be grown and sneaky. So, I was just trying to do that. So I end up telling him the time to come. It came the morning time. My grandpa got ready for work at about 5 o'clock that morning. And, was getting up, get dressed. So he left at around 6. So I told my boyfriend to come, my ex-boyfriend, to come at around, like, what time did I say? Around 7, 8 o'clock. I wanted him to come real early. I wanted him to come when my grandpa was leaving. They might have walked past each other. That's how early I wanted him to come. So I I woke up that morning after my grandpa left, and I texted my boyfriend and I woke him up, and I'm like, okay, you need to hurry up and get on the train. So he ended up getting on the train, and so while I was getting ready and, you know, getting prepared for myself, my mom texted me and she was basically like, you know, why you pack all your stuff and leave and you ain't tell me you was gonna move in with your grandma? And I'm like, hold on, I just want to see my boo, that's all. And she didn't meet my dad. I mean, he didn't meet none of my family. It was just the fact that, like, he's from the west side of Chicago, and like he from out west, and they thought that like I was a carrier, and that I, you know, he would have been too fast or too grown for me, whatever you want to call it. So I didn't think it was like the right time to introduce him. So he ended up getting on the train. We end up meeting each other at the train station because, you know, when you cross into different areas with different boys and different people, you know how Chicago works if you're from the city. So I ended up meeting him at the train station. We ended up heading back to my grandma's house. Now, we was basically just sitting there. We was kicking it. You know how, like, you be like, nah, don't talk to me because because of the last time or because of the phone call y'all had. So we was basically just kicking it, and I was still calling my grandma. Y'all, I'm so sneaky. I was still calling my grandma and my mom, so it wouldn't throw them off that I wasn't talking to them. Because if they was like, okay, she haven't called all day, she haven't texted me, what's going on, then, you know, I was gonna get caught. They was gonna have somebody come check up on me, and that's what I didn't want. So I was, you know, checking in for myself. After that, at about around 3 o'clock, I know my grandpa got off around 4. So around 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock, we decided to go get something to eat from down the street, from like down the street from the house. So I tried to get, you know, to hurry up. So after that, we went to this burger spot, and he called his friend, and his friend was like, come to the center because it's busing, or come to the park because it's busing, everybody at the gym, you know, stuff like that. And I was like, you're not gonna leave me, because we still had to go to the mall. And he was like, just come with me, we just running out there real quick. Now, y'all, I'm not from the west side of Chicago. I'm from out south and over east. Those are my areas. Out west, your girl was not finna go over there. I was like, I'm too bougie. I'm too bougie. Not that there's nothing wrong with out west, but it's just like, it's out west. Like, you're not finna sit here and play like we don't know what's going on for real. So I'm like, you finna go and I'm finna stay here. So I end up leaving with him anyway. And I called my grandpa and I'm like, I'm finna leave. I'm finna go to the mall with my friends. Now, he knew that I had a couple friends in the city. He knew that I had a boyfriend, but he didn't know that we were like, didn't nobody know we was serious. And so he knew that I was with somebody. He didn't know if I was with my friend or my boyfriend, because I did have a friend that stayed out there. So after that, we got on the train again and we went out west. And I mean, I wasn't scared of nothing to go out west. I just didn't want to go out west. So we get there and it's hot outside, everybody outside. And so here come his friends, all, hey, dude, ooh, what you doing with Jasmine? What's she doing out here? Because they know it's not one of them. So his friends was basically like, what y'all finna do? What y'all finna get into with woo? And we was basically like, nothing, we finna go to the mall so she get an outfit for the 4th. And they was like, oh, okay, well, we finna stay here and they finna hoop or whatever. So now, at this point, I'm like, okay, it's hot, it's 4 o'clock. I know my grandpa at home, and I'm not trying to stay out all late. So we left from the basketball court. We had decided to stop. Well, he wanted to stop at his mom's house. Like, it was his grandma, is like, it's his apartment, so it was his grandma and somebody that lived in the middle, and then his mom lived on the 3rd floor. And I was basically like, I did not want to meet his mama, y'all. I had a bogus ponytail on my head. I had some leggings and a crop top and a green jacket. Like, I looked like a mess, and I did not want to meet his mom. I have this standard about, like, meeting dude's mom. Like, I want to look, like, you see how, like, I have a jacket and a shirt on like this and, like, a ponytail. Something like that. I don't want to be walking around hanging stuff out and trying to meet your mama. So I was like, I'm not presented. I don't want to go. So he was like, okay, you know, just come to my grandma's house. Now, I didn't have no problem meeting grandmas because, you know, grandmas don't judge. And I had a jacket on, so I could them all cropped up. So I ended up meeting his grandma and his auntie, and they were all like, you know, they were pretty cool with me. You know, they said I was pretty. They said, you know, they didn't say much, but, you know, it's whatever with that. And they were basically like, you know, checking me out. Oh, she's just a pretty little girl. This one of his little girlfriends. You know how families be. So we end up leaving his grandma's house after he was talking to his grandma, and we end up getting on the bus and going to North Riverside. Now, y'all know, if y'all from the city, if you go to North Riverside, you're gonna get caught up. So I don't know why would you even go there if you talk to multiple people. So we end up going to North Riverside, and of course I had some of his little exes looking me up and down because, you know, I didn't stay in the city. I don't stay in the city no more, so they really don't know me, and, you know, don't know where I'm from, so they checking to see who I am, and I'm not worried about them at all. But we was just walking the mall, so I decided to go in some stores and stuff, and I really just was like looking, and he was looking, and one of his friends came with us. They was, you know, he had his girlfriend there, and I was like, this is supposed to be a date for just me and you. Now you see your friend every day. But, you know, I didn't want to be that type of girlfriend, so his friend came along with us. Now, this the part where it really got interesting. So I had text my grandpa, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna be in the house by 9 o'clock, 10, you know, I just need to go to the mall, and I was running to get some errands. I'm out with my friends. Now, he texted me back and was like, if you are gonna stay out past 10, don't come back, because it's so much violence in the city. You don't want me walking, you know, in the dark. He didn't know who I was with. He didn't want me walking in the dark, and I really didn't want my boyfriend at the time to be walking, and he not even from that area, because they tend to get on there with people that's not from that area. You know how dudes are. So I took that as the green light. So I was like, okay, so now I'm finna stay out, not knowing who was finna call me. So I end up going to the movies with him, and it was about 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I ended up going to the movies, and we was basically sitting there. So halfway through my movie, my grandmother calls me, and she's like, are you coming home? And where you at? And who you with? You know, she was checking up on me. And I was basically like, oh, I'm with so-and-so, I'm with my friend, and I'll be back in the house in a couple hours. I'm at the movies right now, but my phone's on 1%, so I'm gonna call you when I get to the house. Now, my dumb self left my charger at home, and he didn't have an iPhone charger, so it was about to get messy real quick. I knew she was gonna call back and check up on me. So we end up going to go see another movie, and we didn't get out of that movie until about 1:30. So now it's late. We sitting there like, what are we gonna do? So he's like, so do you want to spend the night at your friend's house, or do you want to come back to my house? Now, I didn't want to be portrayed as one of them fast little girls, because again, I didn't meet his mom, and I just was like, you know, why would I go to my friend's house when I could be my boyfriend? So of course, my little fast tail talking about some, yeah, I want to go to your house, you know, I want to be with you. And I'm like, okay. I'm not thinking about my grandma calling me. I'm not thinking about her calling me back. I'm just like, I'm gonna go to my grandma's house. I mean, I'll go over there later tomorrow. Me and my grandpa talked about it. I'll be at home tomorrow. You're gonna leave the key under the mat for me. Boom. I go to his house, and his mom is there. So he ends up banging on the door. Mind you, it's 1 o'clock, almost 2 o'clock, and he banging on the door. So now I'm like, yeah, you really finna get all of us cursed out, because y'all know black mamas don't play. So she answered the door, and he was like, he introduced us. He like, oh, Ma, this is my girlfriend, Jasmine. And then, you know, I was like, hey, hi. You know, like, you be giving out them little innocent smiles and waves. But, like I said, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. So I really was mad, because this is how I just presented myself. So then he just burst out and say, yeah, she needs someplace to sleep, so she gonna sleep here. And I'm just like, don't try to make it seem like I'm a problem child. Well, my mama kicked me out and I ain't got no place to stay. So after she looked at him crazy and I looked at him crazy, she was like, okay, she could sleep in the room, but you ain't sleeping in there with her. But of course, dudes don't listen. So I had went in his room. I had laid down. In the middle of the night, here he come. I'm like, dude, your mama. And I'm like, your mama said that you can't be up in here with me. So why'd you up in here with me? And he talking about some boy, gone. You know how boys just be disobeying, just hard-headed, and end up with a baby and wonder why. Anyway, so she ended up, you know, she was sleeping, like, her room was, like, towards the front of the house. And he was sleeping in, like, in the middle room. They got, like, a middle room. That's, like, a living room. They got a living room and, like, the middle room. So he was sleeping in the middle room, so it was easy for him to sleep back there with me. So, y'all. Now, while all of this was going on, my granny was trying to call my phone back home. And I guess she was blowing it up and I was not answering. So she calls my grandpa. Where is Jasmine at? Is Jasmine at home? Nah, she with her friend. She said she'll be back later. You know, all this and that. So my granny said, okay. So she must have called him at around 11, 12. Where's Jasmine at? Oh, she never came back in the house. I haven't talked to her. Now that just raised a red flag because my granny is crazy. And so now she's going to wake my mother up. So I guess the story that was told to me was she woke my mom up. And now my mom is calling my phone. And guess what, y'all? I don't have a charger, so I cannot answer the phone. My phone is just dead. And then that's what gets the alert of the rest of the family to get up. Now, I don't know the process of them looking for me. All I know is, y'all, when I woke up that morning, I had missed calls, text messages, share your location, and I had a police report out on me. Now, hold on, wait a minute. I thought that when I woke up, y'all, I was like, just spent the night with my boyfriend. I'm bad, and I'm gonna go back in the house and act like nothing happened. But, like, y'all, when I woke up the next morning, I wasn't even scared. It was just shocking that, like, I had a whole search party out for me. And they kept calling the phone. Like, I found the charger, I charged it, and when I turned it on, that's what I saw. So my grandma was like, see you sooner than you expect. Then my mom was like, I'm worried about you. Please answer the phone. My auntie tried to share her location with me. My sister was calling me. My mom boyfriend was calling me. My dad went out looking for me, y'all. They had my dad out looking for me. My dad is all the way in Calumet City. And he was coming all the way from Calumet City on the west side. Like I said, my family is not from out west. So they was coming out looking for me. They had the police searching me. The police had actually went to my friend's boyfriend house. Because, you know, we was all best friends. Like, that was his best friend and she was my best friend. So they were like, where is she at? We know she with her boyfriend. Give us the address. And he didn't give up the address, but, you know, that's how that was. So after that, they kept calling. I picked up the phone, like acting all nonchalant, and was like, hello? And it was my sister that called me. So I had answered my phone. She like, girl, where is you at? We in the city. We finna come get you. We'll hurry up and tell us your address. Like I was finna tell him when my boyfriend stayed there. So I'm like, y'all don't have to come get me. Just meet me at the house. I'll be on my way home right now. So I was trying to think of a decent lie to tell my mama before I walked in the house. I couldn't find one. Like, it was just like I couldn't find one. They know that he was the last person that I was with. And, like, it was just no possible way to lie. So I'm sitting on the train with my little shopping bags. Because I did, you know, shop. So I'm sitting on the train with all my bags. And I'm like, you know, make sure, you know, you get home safe. Because he actually went on the train with me to make sure that I was good. And he watched me walk down the thing. Because, like I said, it was like a couple blocks until you get to my grandma's house. So after I had got off the train, you know, I kissed him goodbye because I didn't think I was gonna see him no more, y'all. So I had kissed him goodbye. I told him, you know, I'll see you later. I'll try to talk to you. I know she's gonna try to take my phone. You know how mamas is. Like, they take your phone, they make sure you never see the boy again, and they just automatically hate him. So I end up going back to my grandma's house. So I ring the doorbell, y'all. Hi. So I end up ringing the doorbell. So after I ring the doorbell, you know, they didn't even ask who is it. I guess they just knew it was me and buzzed me in. So when I got in there, I went straight to my grandpa's room. Now, y'all, my grandpa didn't tell them that he told me that I could spend the night out. So they mad at me because they think I just didn't say anything. I just walked out of the house. In reality, you ain't tell them that I could spend the night out. Well, none of this didn't even happen. So I went in there and I'm like, why you didn't say anything about me, you know, being able to spend the night? Now, I wasn't supposed to be at my boyfriend's house, but I mean, at least I could have bought me some time or something. You know what I mean? They wouldn't have been on my back as much. So he was basically like, I don't know. They was just harassing me, all this other stuff. Now, I had a room at my grandma's house, so I just went in my room. My mom and them was in the front room. My mom, my auntie, and my sister, my cousins, all of them was in the front room. All of them came looking for me, right? So, so here come my grandma. My grandma come in there and she like, pack all your, y'all know what she said. She said, pack all your, get out my house, come on, because, you know, she ended up finding the pregnancy test that was behind the mirror. You know, they were snooping through my room for evidence, and, you know, she found the pregnancy test. So she was just livid with me. And so she wanted me to get out her house, and I was not going. So I just sat there, and I was just on my phone. And you always hide your phone before you get it taken. So I hid my phone, and I was basically just sitting there like this. So here come my mama. Jasmine, get your bags and let's go. And I was finna say something, and before I could even say something, she's throwing all my stuff, y'all, like throwing all my stuff in the bag, packing it up, you know, just slamming it. And now I just feel disrespected because I'm like, you could at least give me a chance to say anything, like, hello, can I explain myself, please? Like, she didn't want to hear it though. So everybody getting ready to leave, they kissing my granny bye. And, you know, they was like, come on, Jasmine. And I'm sitting there like, come on, Jasmine. Like, I'm stubborn because now I know I'm not finna see my boyfriend no more. Because she ain't even let me explain. She ain't even ask what happened. Oh, yeah, it's finna go down. So my granny tried to get me up out my chair. So she was pulling me by my arm to get me up out my chair. And everybody was like, Jasmine, just go, just go. And I just felt some type of way. So I'm like, oh, I ain't finna go nowhere. So here come my mama. My mama picks me up, drags me, and like pushes me in the hallway. So we in the hallway. I'm trying to push her back. Like we just in a like tussling. I wouldn't even say fighting. So we tussling because I'm not trying to leave. Yeah, baby. So when I tell y'all, I end up flying down the stairs. I don't know how. I don't want to say my mama pushed me down the stairs, but I end up flying down the stairs. You know, I ain't gonna say she pushed me, but I end up flying down the stairs. And then here come my mama. So she on me and my, you know, everybody trying to break them up. Y'all, I don't know what made me run. So I end up running away, like never looking back. Like I'm never coming back. You're never gonna get up with me, even though they knew where I was trying to head to. So I had my sister chasing me, but my sister not gonna chase me for long because, you know, she's scared to be in the city, all the violence and crime. I don't blame her. She ain't chasing me that many blocks. So she ended up stopping, and my mom and them was chasing me, but until I got to the end of the corner. Now I knew all the little cut holes and where to go. Now, I'm not thinking that they done called the police on me. And I was like, you know, oblivious. So I'm thinking it's a police underneath that train station, so they probably gonna let them know, you know, to get me. So I'm taking my jacket off, trying to be unnoticeable, even though I'm noticeable. So y'all, when I tell y'all, I stood by this apartment building for so long, for like 10 minutes, because it's a big old field, like a big park, and it's like the train station is right there. So you got to get to the park get through the park in order to go to the train station. So I stood right there for 10 minutes, y'all. 10 minutes. I swear to God, as soon as I tried to make a run for it, I see my mama pull up and try to block me in. So try to go through another way. I see 3 police cars. I'm like, dang, for little old me, y'all gonna do this to me? And lo and behold, guess who got out the police car? And I was so shocked. And I'm like, oh, I know this ain't gonna go down like that. So I see my TT get out the car, because my TT is a police officer. So I'm not thinking that, like, I'm done seeing my TT, but I'm still running. And they like, she like, Jasmine, stop running, Jazz, just listen, trying to calm me down. So, I mean, I ain't finna run from my TT now, because she fast, and I already know how crazy she is. So I just stopped. So she got my arm like this. The man finna get ready and put me in handcuffs. And she like, no, wait, I got this, you know what's going on. So I ended up crying, because now I'm like, I'm out of breath, and I done got caught. So now I know I'm really finna get in trouble, and I'm not finna see him no more. And then, why not see? Y'all, I knew he was gonna throw this. I knew he was gonna throw it. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna get in trouble. I'm not finna see him again. That's the only thing that I was thinking about. Mind you, my whole family outside in the park, and then it's the police officers. So they like, we finna put her in the car and put the child locks on, so she not finna be able to get out the car. Now, I ain't finna be stupid enough to jump out of a moving car for a nigga. Like, I'm not finna do that. So, yeah, I ain't gotta do all that. I ain't gonna jump out the car. But, like, once you put me in the car, like, I'm in the car. So I was like, no, I don't wanna go. I just wanna stay here. The yada, yada, yada. So my grandma like, let it come back. Let it come back. Then here come my mom. Give me the phone. And you know, I was so blue when she said that. I just was finna say, okay, I'll get in the car and come with you. But I had to stand my ground. So she took the phone back from me. But my sister slipped me another phone. You know, she slipped me another phone on the side. She was like, huh, it was on and everything. It was my old iPhone 5. It was my old iPhone 5. So I was using that so I can use that for the time being. Until I got my phone back or went back to the house. And then she had to end up putting me in handcuffs and putting me in the back of the police car. And I had to ride back to my grandma's house. So after I rolled back to my grandma's house, y'all, when I tell y'all all my stuff was on the front, like in the front gate, she said, she put all my stuff out the car and she drove off and she didn't say nothing else to me. And so I went upstairs and basically had to put all my stuff back up in the house, because at that point it was like me and my mama was just done. She was done with me. She didn't want nothing else to do with me. Baby. She didn't want nothing to do with me. She didn't want to talk to me. She didn't even look at me when she pulled off. I was getting out the police car and she had to take the handcuffs off of me. But y'all, that was that. Like, that was my crazy story of trying to sneak out and be grown and do too much. That's what it got. Even though it got me my baby, but y'all, like, I was doing so much crazy stuff when I was like 16, all for a dude that I'm not with anymore. So for you guys asking, no, we're not together, and we, you know, still co-parent. So we still co-parent from a distance. Speaking terms, me and him are okay. Jaden's okay, but I do have a surprise for you guys. The reason why I've been gone, the reason why I've had other things that I need to catch up on is because not only do I have Jaden, my baby. Hey, baby. Not only do I have my baby, say hey. Hey. Not only do I have my baby, I also have another one on the way. In case you guys, you know, didn't peep. I haven't really said anything on social media, but I mean, what better way to put another boom on this video? If you guys want to know a whole other video on there, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. I hope that you like this video. I know that it was long. I'm sorry it was long. If you didn't find it interesting, I'm sorry. I really didn't want to tell the story in the first place, but I did. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you back with my 2 babies on the updates. And yeah.